and I'll give her to you.
Hades! Don't give him a single drachma!
What's up everyone, Chet Sadface here once again with Hard Mode Gamers, and I called it. Before I get into spoiler territory, let's just talk about it for a little bit. This episode included a pretty decent arc. Definitely adds plenty to the already fantastic game. And right after I finished it, there's a whole bunch of quests to do once you're done with this story. A few things you can do to get yourself a legendary set of gear, legendary weapon, and just some experience points, I guess. I called it on 4 separate occasions. Kind of 5, but that other one doesn't count. The new DLC, the final part of the first round of DLC, Legacy of the First Blade. Final episode's out. And it answered a lot of questions. We were asking about, what would happen next. And I made a lot of predictions that pretty much turned out the way I was expecting them to. Look, I'm just trying to say, I called it. You can go watch the other video, but I'm just gonna show some clips, and I'm gonna talk about what I did and what I did not do. So first off, Natakas died! Just like I said he would, and wanted. Look at this. She lived a really long time. There's no way about it. That relationship won't last forever, but she will. What happens next? Someone has to die. Probably. Someone has to eat it. Like the big one. I think it's gonna be whoever your husband or wife is. I'd be perfectly fine with it. This guy can die. I don't care. Go die in episode 3, please. Thank you. You wanna know what's really funny is I always talk about how they just kind of have this glazed over look at each other. And even on the last scene, like before he leaves, they still just have this awkward moment. It is nothing but awkward moments between these two. And then before the title rolls for the final chapter, yeah, he's dead. Good. Okay, that I know it's mean, but it was so weak. But secondly, here's another thing I sort of predicted, is that, well, I said the lineage wouldn't be a big deal, but that you could say something like that, so you don't have to actually reload your save file or anything to make changes, because they did not make that many changes. Well, they said they're going to make changes, and they're going to patch something, and they're going to give different options, but, so say I already finished the DLC, which I did, do I have to reload an old save to get the ending I want, or is it just going to, pop up and ask you, hey, do you want a different ending? As far as the DLC 2 ending goes, if you're playing it before the ending, all they did was they changed 2 lines of dialogue and blacked out a scene, and they put a heart next to one of the dialogue options to imply you were having a relationship. Otherwise, you can say, I did this for the bloodline. Literally that. A certain person of a certain sexual orientation may have a baby just to keep the lineage, which maybe she did try to keep the lineage, I don't even know anymore. And if you are playing after that DLC and you don't want to replay that ship battle, I can't blame you, it's hard. If you're playing after that, the game gives you another chance to reiterate it. Natakas will be like, oh, thank you, I love how we are a family and everything like this. And you can be like, either, oh, it's so good to be with you, or you can just say, look, I did this for the lineage, for the bloodline. And even though that's it, and they still act like, a couple in love, it feels like they just, did another line and called it a day, I was also talking about growing up. Some people had issue with that title. Again, I'm still not gonna back you up on that. It's not inflammatory. I don't see it. Did you consider it's maybe just called growing up because you have a child who is going to grow up? Possibly. I did say that the kid might grow up. And he did. You just don't get to play as him. I said it was going to be like a Red Dead Redemption thing and you can play as him. That's not the case. Elpidios, your son, turns out to probably be the father of Aya from Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins. That was a neat little twist. I like that. We don't really get to see him growing up, but we do see Aya, which was confusing because we see a montage of him growing up, but then at the very end it's just like, I thought he was gonna grow up and become... I thought he was like gonna grow up to be Bayek somehow, but that was stupid of me. Yeah, no, it's actually just the father of Aya. That's cool. So they founded the Order after all. But I definitely say, you know, I've spent quite a bit on this game between the season pass, buying the upgrade. I'm really not happy with that, but I'm only letting it slide because I like the game that much. And just buying the game, yeah, it's on sale for like $20 on PSN right now, definitely worth it. There's still just so much content to do. Even when I was done, even after I finished everything, that after I finished everything the DLC had to offer, I went straight back to doing more quests just in the regular game. I cheated and did a bunch of Xenia's quests to find treasure, except I just cheated. I looked up where the treasure is and just do that. I'm a piece of shit. I just want the experience. And there's still a whole bunch of places I haven't been to. The blue exclamation marks, blue check marks. The blue exclamation marks are still there on the map as well. I have to finish up one of the other Lost Tales of Greece, and I have another one to do after that, and I have a new raid boss. So, is it a raid boss if it's single player? I don't know, but anyway, there's still plenty for me left to do. I can't stress enough how great this game is. And good DLC. Highly recommended if you're a big fan of the series because it answers a lot of questions.